Thank you all so much for having me. I'm really excited to speak to you all about the grant funding opportunities we have. So as she said, I'm Amber Westbrook, the grants manager with the South Carolina Arts Commission. I have had the pleasure of working with them for 5 years, and we want to ensure that there is a thriving arts environment in every community throughout the entire state. That is our goal, that's our commitment. So right now I don't have any fancy slides for you. This is just a reference to our website, which we'll start getting into in just a moment. But I wanted to talk more about the grants that are available. We have a large variety of grant opportunities, but it's all about eligibility, that we do grant to a lot of different organizations and entities. So we fund individual artists. We have grants for nonprofit organizations, units of government, higher education institutions. We work with schools and teachers, school districts. New to us, CERDEP preschool providers, and libraries, specifically in rural communities. So a lot of the grants that we do have available, as Heather just shown us in this website, is you go very easily to the tab that says grants at the top, and you just give it a click. This is where you can also filter based on that eligibility. So if you are an individual artist, you'll just go ahead and click on that. It'll show you, oh, okay, there's 6 grants for artists. Let's see which one helps me in my artistic career or with a particular arts project or business proposal. So all of these cards, if we were to click on one, for example, our Arts Project Support Grant. This right here gives you your grant guidelines. So within each of these cards, this gives you all the information you need to know about who is in fact eligible, what is the funding. For this one, it's up to $2,500 within a fiscal year. It gives you your match requirements, so your cash share. We have our grant period, and as you can see at the top there, it does say rolling. And so what's really nice is we used to only have a couple of grants that were rolling. And what that means is that we accept applications throughout the entire fiscal year and up until March 4th. So there's all this opportunity. It's not just this set few months for particular arts projects. So we just ask that people do submit those applications at least 5 weeks prior to the project's start date. So we have enough time to kind of give it a thorough look, and our panelists have the time to look through it thoroughly. And then if we just scroll down a little bit more, we have in these guidelines, again, it's every time you click on a section, it will expand. And it's more about eligibility restrictions. We talk about the use of funding. We talk here about more on how to apply. We talk more about the match and the specific deadline. And if we scroll, we even have specific grant criteria for this one. Sometimes we work with work samples, so it has the specifics into what we're looking for, and it helps guide you through that process. Let's see. To kind of give it a whole, I don't want to go through all of our grants. We used to have just a small portfolio, and thankfully we have expanded a lot. So I'm not going to sit here and bore you and go through each and every one of them. They are all in here, but they are, like I said, we have individual artist grants. We have ones that are specific to arts projects, but we also have ones that are for that entrepreneurship opportunity, so to further artistic careers. We have ones that are operating support for arts organizations, but also those organizations that have like a significant arts programming. So maybe their mission doesn't necessarily focus on the arts, but they do have some significant programming. We want to talk to you. We have arts education grants throughout here. That's again specific to teachers, whether you are an arts teacher or you're representing. We also talk specifically to school districts, and we work very closely with schools. We have also folklife and traditional arts grants opportunities. We have arts, it's a specific arts project grant, and then we also have an apprenticeship that comes around every so often. I don't have any set deadlines that I want to express to you because they do fluctuate throughout the year. The rolling is the best example I can give for you now. because we do have a lot of those that are currently open. So we have our Arts Project Support Grant, our Accessibility Grant, our School Arts Support Grant, our Rural Libraries Public Engagement Grant, and we've also opened up our Emerging Artists Grant. So those are available, and we are accepting applications at this time. We are super excited for the next few weeks. We're going to have an Arts Festivals Grant opening. And this is a brand new one where this is our pilot, and we're really looking forward to seeing who we can work with to help boost arts festivals. Let's see, so for this. The where and how to apply, well, this is the best bet right here on our website. So when you do click on, again, just any one of those, our accessibility grant is perfect. We can click on that. And then we go ahead and we scroll down through. It has a section where it's on how to apply. We have specific instructions right here. And it even has, when you click on this apply right here, it brings you to our lovely grants portal. And so a good bit may already have a profile with us, but then you have also the option to create a new account. Now, you will not be able to apply to a grant with us unless we do have an account in this system. So then more options become available to you. If you do need assistance with that, we're always here to help. And I'll go kind of a little bit more into the resources for that. So then, if we go ahead and we can go right, well, if you click on the South Carolina Arts Commission logo, it will actually take you back to our site. Perfect. So then if you do hover over grants, you'll see that we do have a little quick link over there to the grants portal login, but then also grants coaching. So you already knew where I was going, Heather. That's perfect. Grants coaching. So yes, you got this. This is our page where we get to kind of promote to you applicant coaching calls that are coming up. So there's a lot of our grants that we do offer this feature, and so that is where we'll have a registration within the guidelines, and we highly recommend you do. And then this is something where if you aren't able to attend, we go ahead and we send the recording your way. But this is a great opportunity for you to go ahead and you ask all these questions in that moment. So if we keep scrolling down, Heather, we'll go all the way to the bottom. Ooh, it did that. I know it does that, doesn't it? There we go. Perfect. I've scrolled up just a little bit to the top. There we go. We have one-on-one calls. These are 15-minute, 30-minute Zoom sessions that we schedule with you. If you prefer phone, we can do that as well. But in these particular links, we go ahead and we ask you in this form, what is it you do need help with? What grant are you interested in? Maybe you just have an idea and you're not really sure what next steps to take. Do I qualify for this? Is this project worthy? We always want to have a conversation with you. We just want to meet you. We want to see, what's your mission, what's your values? Any phase of your project we're interested in. What particular components, what arts components can we assist you with? And so you'll see down there as well, we always have our contact information with our grants at arts.sc.gov, and then we have our main line, 803-734-8695. You'll see our lovely team here. Myself, and then we have Nigel Espy and Krista Grenza, who are always willing to answer that phone and see how we can further assist you. So the other components I wanted to kind of touch on is, again, helpful tips, because we're all looking for, tips at any time, any more information to help empower you to write a grant proposal. So for this, we see this all the time, is not taking advantage of that free consulting that we have. So with each program director, they have their information at the very bottom of each set of those guidelines, even with a nice picture, so you can put a face with the name. So their information is there. They always will love to see an email from you, a call from you. They will help you in any way that they can to just, from the very start, like I said, you have an idea, to actually executing that application. And please, please, please make sure to take advantage of that before you hit submit. Because afterwards, it's easier to help you prior to than afterwards, and then has to get denied and then start all over. And we don't want that hardship for you. We don't want that frustration. And then a nice piece of advice that we always like to talk with applicant coaching calls from any program director is the funding a good fit for your project, not vice versa? So we don't want you to try and trim your project into this pretty little box so that you can fit all of these specifics in that guideline. Maybe it's not the right fit for you, and that's okay. We're going to go ahead and we'll try to give you other resources to point you in the right direction. So like, we work very closely with humanities, and so maybe they have a grant that's a better fit for you. We're gonna go ahead and connect you, because that's how we work. And then also, as you go through these applications, work samples. If there is an opportunity where you get to share a little bit more, where you get to give a little oomph to your application, to really support the words that you've written, right? In every single text box, whether it is just this long report that you have. We want to see those photos. We want to see like letters of support. We do want to see more, because those panelists, they do need some help in seeing what your project's all about, like helping see the passion behind it, really helping connect all those dots so they can correctly evaluate you. And I guess the other tip I'd say is that all those opportunities, you're definitely gonna miss them if you don't try. If you don't put forth an application at all, you're definitely not going to get funding. So we would love to talk with you, love to meet with you. You have the information. There is a one sheet in the information that you received that has a good bit of our programs and grant opportunities. But as I said, there's so much more also available on our website. But I am always more than happy to talk with you on any questions that you have. So thank you so much for your time, and I really look forward to your applications.